you, I guess, your channel and fuck it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
like
I mean, that's why I keep saying I'm not trying to be mean. I'm telling you from my point of view, that seemed a little like too much.
Oh no, trust me, I have my fair share of critics that I go to for the hard, like, all right, tell it to me straight. Yeah, like my friend Julia, she's heartless, she's ruthless, man. She'll tell me whether or not I'm doing a good job. Oh, by the way, I started the stream.
You're good. I regardless, I still think you're doing a good job. Regardless. These are your first couple of videos that you put up on this channel.
Mm.
You have a consistency of viewers. You're doing something good. So don't, like I said, I'm saying it from my end. Whether you change it or not, that's on you. Like Julio said, it was just you. Like you asked, and I simply said, hey, you know what I think is. And it's not for you to like take it to heart, you know, like sit up at 3 in the morning and be like, oh my God, Daniel.
yeah.
You know, like, you know.
Eyes popped open. What does it mean? Am I not good enough, Mom?
But,
Oh, yeah, and YouTube is actually what got me my internship.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
next week, yeah.
That's awesome.
They were like, send us your portfolio, and I sent them like 3 links of me working on the fucking dragon tiger thing,
yeah.
and that immediately put me ahead of like other people. They were like, you know what, you have the skill set we require. When can you start, kind of thing. I was like, whoa. So I'm still debating my schedule because it's remotely in Houston, so I get to work on it by myself. As long as I work on it, like on designs, 8 to 15 hours, and I get to put their company in my resume. So that's really fucking interesting. YouTube is fucking powerful, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's a powerful tool.
Mhm.
I'm happy for you, Julio. That sounds really good.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Oh, and you should download Block and Load when you get the chance. It went free to play, and that shit's so much fun. Just stomping on like noobs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I'll check it out. I will check it out.
Damn, I have like fucking 6 accounts that I have to keep up with, because every account I have on YouTube has a purpose. I just don't have the time to provide content, but when I do, dude, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna make the trailer for my YouTube account like tied with, wait, what's my password? This one. Check with what the fuck? I forgot my password. Forgot the password for one. Tied with like all of our channels, even from the old school days. I downloaded the old YouTube videos we used to make, like the Minecraft trailer. I still have it. That shit, we can, if we ever start playing Minecraft again, we can start recycle that trailer. It's really good. I forgot how good we were back in the day. I don't know why I was so insecure with my word. Fuck, what's my password? Okay.
I wouldn't mind playing Minecraft again. Minecraft was pretty fun. I mean, I'm not talking about plugging in like 40 hours in a week Minecraft. I'm talking about you know, recreationally playing Minecraft.
Of course. Yeah, I get bored of a game way too quick. It's like my brother said, we're gamers. We're pretty much migrating from game to game. We used to play Mew Online. I told you about it. And we used to have like full option everything, which full option you can buy like the full option sets for $100 US. And we would just like farm and, you know, hustle, trade rare items that we found for full option items, and eventually build it. And that's like $300 worth of just one account, and we would just like leave it, go to another game. I feel like confused when I was little. I was like, we just spent all this time, like 3 fucking months, grinding and building up our set just to move on. He's like, yeah, dude, we're gamers. That's what we do. Like, okay. And then we would go to another Moo server, and his friend Canox would be like, he would pretty much harass their administrators, be like, hey guys, if you don't give us full option items, we're gonna take down your server. And people didn't believe him, and he gave him a sample of what he could do. Boom, crashing the server. I guess it's like the early version of DDoS. And they would eventually like cave in, like, okay, well, here's some full option boots. Start off with that. All right, no problem. Boom. And that's how it all started, dude. Like, I didn't know how powerful fucking programmers can be in this world, dude. Like, fucking getting us what we really desired. Fucking full option boots and pendants. They were like really rare. Damn, dude. I don't know how I got into that topic, but let's talk.
No, that's alright. That's good. Sorry, I was still chewing. I agree with that. You know, being a gamer, you migrate from game to game, and it's so weird because um I'll sit down and I'll play something, I'll play the crap out of it, and then once I get bored of it, that game probably never sees daylight ever again. And it doesn't matter what it is, like it can be anything. Whether it's on the PC or a console. As soon as I've played the crap out of it and I feel satisfied with my actions towards it, I probably won't ever touch it again.
Yeah, I would
Um,
probably touch it, but like randomly, like down the
Mhm.
year, like down the line.
The only games I legitimately go back to play are like the old school Nintendo games, like on the 64 games. Those games, all without a doubt, like somebody has a 64, I'm totally down to play. And it's weird because everything else, I'm like, oh, I've played that before.
Yeah,
I don't really feel like playing that.
Like nowadays, like every game is an imitation of another game, so there's nothing
Mhm.
new, entertaining.
Yeah.
Not so much the graphics, because the graphics are one thing, and then like enjoying the actual game is another thing.
Mhm.
So just having that new way to play a game keeps you hooked. For example, have you ever played Guns the Duel? Ever? It's just pretty much like flying everywhere, shooting guns, trying to kill each other, but like climbing up walls like ninjas and shit. And that was really new, so that got you like hooked. And the graphics were shit, but
I think I know what you're talking
it's
about.
just really fun. And
That was a
Minecraft,
console game, right?
no, it's a PC game. And like
Oh.
Minecraft is fucking low quality, but it's really fucking fun and entertaining because it was like an early version of a successful sandbox.
Yeah.
And just Crossfire, Counter Strike, like low quality games with really good content. It's just what pretty much keeps gamers up there.
Well, I think with Minecraft, the biggest thing was the possibilities were endless. The sandbox, legitimate thing, and you know, you could build something, and someone would be like, "Whoa, how'd you do that?" You know, and then somebody else would build something, and it didn't look as good, but it had like contraptions and this and that, and there was the ability to like change your
Mhm.
environment.
Mhm.
So I think that was really huge with Minecraft, and I'm not gonna say I wasted a lot of time on Minecraft, and it wasn't like a waste, but I think like part of me like after like now I'm burnt out. Like I can't do Minecraft steadily like I used to. Like,
Yeah.
I can play for like an hour, and then I'm like, all right, I'm getting off. Like I can't do it.
Talking about like old games, how much money did we spend on Crossfire? Like way too much, right? And
I don't want
then
to go
just-
back
I-
on that.
I just found like our very first like clan video. And
You,
that shit-
okay, like I remember Crossfire was the very first FPS that I played like online with Julio, and this was back in like 8th grade, like 7th, 8th grade, somewhere around there. And I remember it was like I was back when we had when we didn't have like Skype or we didn't really use Xfire or anything like that, so I would call him on like a house phone, and I'd
Uh-huh.
have one of those like I don't have one on my desk. I used to, but one of those like little headsets that you would hook up to a house phone with like the itty
Oh,
bitty
okay,
micro,
yeah.
like microphone
Yeah.
jack, and I would just have that on, and like he'd be on his house phone, and we'd be like chatting like that and like doing our thing.
That's
And
awesome.
Yeah, I
it
do.
used to wake up at the crack of dawn. Like I would have my window open so that way the
you
first
have
rays
to, like,
of sunlight
sneak into,
would like
sneak
wake me
into
up.
like the room to play and like
Yeah.
hack his fucking his door open and shit like that. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Cause
Like, all right, man, let's play.
yeah, I used to break into my parents' room just so I could play Crossfire.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I think one of the most memorable things I have like that is me and my little brother, we had The Sims 2 on the GameCube.
Mhm.
And well, if you remember, you couldn't get anywhere without a memory card. So before we could buy a memory card, like what we would do is we'd look at each other, right? We'd be like, "All right, man, this is what we're gonna do." And the way you play story mode on The Sims 2 is you start off at a basic house and you gotta fulfill X amount of fulfillment things, and then it sends you to another house, and that's how you like level up. That's the level up, and so it gets harder and harder because you gotta make like bigger achievements with your sim. So me and my brother would be like, okay, we're gonna get to the 7th house tonight, and you like to when you hear it, it doesn't sound like that much of an epic thing, but you could actually like control your character instead of like point and clicking, so you could control them. So it was a lot more fun on Sims 2, and so and they would split screen it. So me and my brother are sitting next to each other. He's doing what he's got to do. I'm doing what I got to do, and we're like racking up the points together. And we'd start at like 8 p.m. Like 8 p.m. we'd get home. It'd be a Friday night. We're like, dude, let's do it. And so we would grind it out, and we couldn't save. So we had to like as hard as we could try to keep the GameCube on, like throughout the day, and then come back to it later. But like we had so much fun of like chugging down sodas and eating chips and just grinding out and we were playing The Sims. Like it wasn't like a hardcore game either, but we were laughing and having fun and everything.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I think it was really funny is like maybe like 2 months after we because we would do it every weekend. We would grind it out and then turn off the GameCube and start all over. Well, once we got the memory card, we never used it. Like we kept doing the same thing over and over, because we were like, nah. Because when we saved it, it took the complete thrill out of it. And I'm not saying like as a bad thing. Like I loved the memory card, we got it, but it was one of those things where like the thrill of like we're gonna do it in one go. Like
yeah, or like the power goes off, it's all over. Like fuck that would.
And that happened. Like it was incredible. Like. It was funny too because my parents they would come into our rooms a lot, so we would try to find ways to hide that the GameCube was on, so that they wouldn't turn it off.
God damn.
And that was
we're wasting energy. Click. Oh fuck.
There went 12 hours of grinding out The Sims 2.
Have a fucking number. Whoa, what is going on here?
Yeah, that's one of my most favorite memories. Like growing up. Is definitely me and my little brother doing that. And he'll tell you like we were so. Hold on, I'm gonna still be talking. I'm just walking around so it doesn't confuse y'all.
Whoa, bro, no, I'm kidding. Yeah.
So confused.
Yeah, confusion. No, definitely. Like I said, is that's. I'm pretty sure. Like if you ask him about it, he'll tell you. Like we went all out on it. And it was probably the most time like we spent like, and when we used to have the GameCube, we used to live in a smaller house, and so the room that we played in was also like the living room, but it was a small little living room, and we had a little box TV. We didn't have a big TV, and so we were like glued to the TV screen, and like sitting like hip to hip, because we had to like stare at the TV screen. But it was awesome. I loved it. That hands down one of the best experiences. And like I said, it's not even it's not like you're killing people and moving on, and we're just completing daily life tasks for Sims.
Right. Fucking crazy, dude. What was I gonna say? I don't know, man. Facebook is very addicting.
I like all the mods they have for Minecraft now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like
they got crazy with the mods. I've seen one, and you can like make rockets and use science.
We played that one. Yeah, we played Galactic Craft and Industrial Craft and stuff like that. And it's like when you get those and you like put them together, it makes you feel like an engineer without having to be smart.
Yeah.
Because you're over here, you're building engines and different types of engines for different environments, and you're building like all these like equipment, getting ready and all that. And it's interesting. I like it because like. It's like, oh, I gotta be smart and plan ahead, but I don't have to be too smart and know the science behind it. Yeah. I just know I make this and it works.
Without having it like.
Yeah. And it makes you sound so like much like smarter too, and you're like, oh, okay, we're gonna use the heavy duty wire because it has a lower impedance, and so we can get more power. Like I was like, it makes you feel a lot smarter than you really are.
Damn, dude. We gotta start playing Minecraft again.
Yeah, I know. I really want to do Galactic Craft again. That was so much fun, trying to get a rocket to the moon.
Yeah. I'm looking through my schedule real quick. What do y'all want to talk about? Like anything specific questions, specific venting, anything? I don't like to.
It all started with
It all started with a bang. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I'm kind of down for whatever.
Oh shit, down ass dude.
But-
All right.
Bud Light commercial, is this you? Are you down for whatever?
Bonk. Boom.
I need to get in one of them Bud Light commercials.
Yeah.
They always look like they're having a good ass time. And they're like, they never actually drink during the commercial. They're just holding the beers. You know?
Yeah. With the,
It's always
it's like,
like
with the
the
smooth and
label.
refreshing taste, and everyone's just like,
Yeah.
The label's always like facing the camera, no matter how they drink it. It's like,
Yeah.
but like, or like they
They
just
don't-
happen to set it down.
and no one's ever
Facing-
drinking it. Everyone's just pouring it. It's always going into
Like with
glasses.
McDonald's too, like they're holding the fries like this. Like who holds the fries like this?
Hell no. I'm like,
They're sharing fries like this.
At least at McDonald's, they eat their food when they're on the commercials.
they take a bite.
Yeah,
They take
yeah.
a bite.
Yeah, they take a bite.
One bite,
They-
and
they
they're
do
like,
that. They do that.
so good, and they're like, off to the side.
Yeah, fucking the Instagram models where they put the sponsorship, I guess pictures. They're all like,
yeah.
like fit and like swole or whatever, and they're over here eating a hot and spicy. I'm like,
I'm like,
bro,
there's no
no
way.
fucking way. Dude. They should like portray it a little bit better, like with actual results.
Mm.
Delta X, because we not see.
Or like I was watching a video over like it was like if YouTube beauty experts were honest or whatever, and it's like they're making fun of the fact that like usually like the YouTube beauty person's like a home taught person who's like, hi guys, my name's Becky, and I'm totally not a professional makeup person that just does this from her bedroom to get more views from you people, and then it's like she goes on to like, all right, next I'm going to use this overpriced, never heard of cosmetic because you guys are seeing this from me, so you're probably going to go out and buy it from my sponsor.
Right? That's how it. If they were
That's
on.
how it is, man.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Especially with the fitness industry. They like try to throw you like, oh, you need this supplement, this. Like,
Yeah, it's
bro,
like,
you
look
only
at
need
me,
fucking
I've got these results, so
Yeah.
you should get them too by doing this.
these like really big abnormal, anabolic steroid.
Leaf-looking
arms.
veins.
You can be like me if you take
I am Groot.
yeah, if you take something that does not really work.
That was the worst thing about working out in high school was everyone would bring in their own protein, their own and not that I'm saying it's a bad thing, but everyone was like, "Oh, you shouldn't use that. Mine's better." And at the end of the day, they're all the same shit. Like there's no like
Yeah, like the only supplements that are fake or not fake that don't have scientifically proven like functions would be, well, I don't know about this. I don't want to start like random people blaming and shit if they're into the.
No,
I mean,
no, I
because
mean-
protein, the essentials are protein, creatine, maybe beta alanine, and that's pretty much it. Your multivitamin and your omega 3s. That's it.
Mm.
But
Right.
people like buy fucking pre-workouts like if it's meant like if they need it or something like that. Pre-workouts, fucking glutamine. This is like random fucking shit that people just. It's pretty much
Yeah.
like sugar in a capsule or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, like placebo effect.
Yeah.
And people like spend all their money with that. And like, oh, okay, like you don't.
I mean, there's this like, don't go to a website that has a bunch of like buff dudes and like don't get your information from there. Actually look it up. Like, go to a scientific website that that looks credible, and read up, and it's gonna tell you need protein for this, creatine for that. Your vitamins are for this, and that. If you're low on your vitamins, take
Exactly.
a multivitamin.
Yeah.
Like
educate
and
yourself
multivitamins.
before.
Yeah, multivitamins aren't expensive.
Dude.
Protein shakes aren't expensive either. I mean, they're reasonably priced,
Yeah.
but
Some
they're
people
not.
spend a lot of money on those vitamins too.
Yeah, like.
But they
Or
buy
like
the
fat
wrong
burners.
ones.
Fat burner, or like the miracle pill they call
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
No,
like,
man,
I'm
even,
gonna take it and not work out and expect a 6-pack and like,
Yeah.
bro, you're not gonna get a
Yeah.
6-pack pill. Like,
or like those
like, all they did
those
is-
women that all they do is they drink like green tea. And like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get so
Or, like-
slim.
or like they put the faja or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, that was I don't
They
know
just fucking
who came
take
up
it
with
and
that.
shit. I'm like, bro,
Who
there's no.
came up with that? But they are the smartest person in the world. That shit doesn't fucking work.
It doesn't work. People think it does. And yeah, like.
And then they try and
all they do-
re-engineer it too. It's like we have copper bands that are wound throughout the fabric to help with the process of getting the energy going in the
They're
body.
like, oh, science. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
order now. Like, okay, science. It must work. Nah, it doesn't.
Like don't get me wrong. If they're using that faja and it's built like what the corsets,
Yeah.
it'll definitely slim them down there. But the fat doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's what doesn't go through their head.
Mhm.
You know,
Like it's probably used for like if it's intended for like bodybuilding or whatever, it could use like for like support from your lower
Yeah.
back. But people think like, oh, if I put it on, I'm gonna lose this fat in specific. They don't understand that when you lose fat, you lose it all around. So you don't just like target one area to lose it. You just kind of lose it because your body uses that energy. And they think like, oh, I'm just gonna sit there, watch TV, and expect really
lose
good
weight.
results that fucking people on steroids get like this because they work out obviously, but it's
I just think it's funny because there was one faja that I had seen. They're like, oh, now we have hyper something technology that heats up the belt while you're wearing it, and you're gonna lose so much weight. And I'm like, okay, let's be realistic for a second. The belt heats up, but it doesn't heat up past like maybe 75 degrees. You know, like it's warm, but it's not anything that's like it wasn't going to do anything. It just made you mildly uncomfortable.
Put on a
I
sweater.
laughed
Same
at
effect.
oh, it's tingling. It must be working.
And I laughed about it because I'm like, look, if that really is to work, it needs to be at a very uncomfortable heat. Not too much where it would burn you, but enough to where your body starts sweating on its own. That's the only way it would work.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try it because all the times that I had said that's not gonna work, and somebody told me, well, how about you try it? Try it and see if it works. And I was like, okay. I mean, like you're not gonna change my skepticism. And I put it on, and I'm telling you, it probably didn't heat me up more than like just when you sit down on a warm seat, that's what it felt like around my waist. That's it.
Yeah.
However, like I said, it would have to be at a temperature that makes me sweat. And I'm talking about like nothing that's gonna burn me, but enough to where like I'm like, okay, I'm hot. I need to move. And that I think in its own sense would, hey, you know what? You need to move because you're not feeling comfortable in that heat. Then the walking itself is what's gonna get you to lose the weight. Like
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
well, what I'm gonna say, it can be questioned by a lot, and a lot of people are gonna be like, no, that's not true. But okay, losing weight is probably the easiest thing in the fitness industry, or not just the fitness industry overall, because all it really matters to lose weight is A, watch what you're eating, and B, have a consistent, like at least 30 minutes of some type of exercise, and you'll just slim down quick.
Yeah.
You're just slim down quick, like you don't even need to put that much effort to lose weight. And people think like, oh, it's the hardest thing ever. Like, not really. Like, it's
hard if you have bad habits.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you choose okay, so the expected calorie intake is like 2,100 just to survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
People, instead of like eating like a healthy diet, like let's say a banana with like some standard eggs or whatever, bacon, have like 600-ish calories, right? And that's one meal. So they choose that. If they were to choose that instead of like their Whataburger meal that has like 1,600 of the whole meal for one intake, one little serving, like, you know what I mean? Well, not serving, but like the whole meal.
Yeah.
And instead of eating that 3 times a day, where they like accumulate like 4,000 calories, and they don't burn them off, like instead of doing that and taking like the right way, like eat something healthier, like a banana, for instance, then they'll just slim down quick. And I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's like me. I jumped on this diet with my dad. I mean, I'm breaking it a little bit right now because I'm drinking a Coke, but I really wanted a Coke. But see, I kind of have the mentality of like I can still follow the diet. Like with me breaking it, I can get right back on it the next meal. Like it's not, it's not hard for me. For a lot of people, it is though. But I see what you're saying. Like, when I did my calorie intake of how much calories I was taking in per day, I was hitting 3,800 calories. Now I know that sounds like holy shit.
Nah, that sounds pretty normal. Like, well, if you're like working out, that sounds like the appropriate amount to build most when like keep going.
So that's where I was going with that is, I used to work out a lot, and so I was working out in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Morning it was cardio based. Around noon it was endurance, and then 3 was strength conditioning. So I was doing that every day. And of course I had time for legs and stuff like that.
See, like the hardest thing is gaining muscle. Like you said, you're eating a lot. That's good because you're trying to gain muscle or whatever. But to some people, me included, like overeating is hard for me. Like I usually eat like 2,100 or something. Trying to stuff myself with 3,000 calories, like I have to force feed myself to the point where I'm gagging and shit. And in order to grow, you have to do that, and you have to put in more work than losing weight. Losing weight, you can just jog on the treadmill like regularly. Like putting muscle, you have to lift a certain amount and do a certain amount of cardio just to maintain your body mass. You know what I mean? And that's a lot more work if you put it into perspective than.
It's definitely something harder to do. It's not impossible. It's just you have to work at it, and you have to have. And again, it goes back to the same thing. It's not hard. However, you can't have bad habits.
Yeah.
If you like with that diet I was doing, with the how much calories I was taking in, I had to work out. Yeah. If I didn't work out, and that's what ended up happening, is I stopped working out, I gained a shitload of weight. Like boom. Overnight, basically.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, like just because you're overweight doesn't mean you're unfit or unhealthy, dude. I've seen people that are big, chunky, and they go on the treadmill, like, or like on the bike, like on the bike, and they're like at fucking level 10 with like 80 fucking RPM or whatever, and they're there for like 20 minutes straight, no fucking rest. I'm like, I can barely do 10 minutes because I'm tired. I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck, and their cardio is up here, like they're fit, they're working, they're progressing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just because you're a certain type doesn't mean you're unhealthy. But at the same time, if you're trying to lose weight, you have to put a little bit of effort into doing what you do. And dude, I saw this guy, huge legs, he's big, he's chunky, but damn, he had like the stamina endurance of fuck, dude. Like, I was like, whoa, this guy is fucking something else. Like.
And some people, like, I stress that a lot, because I was helping some friends lose weight, and I was like, look, guys, and I ended up, like, I don't want to say, there's no really such thing as big boned, but your body itself has a certain body type it's going to fall into. Regardless how hard you work against it, your body type is going to end up looking one type of way or another, whether you have bigger hips, bigger arms, bigger upper torso than lower body, and some people you can see that regardless of how much weight they have or don't have. You can tell somebody has like really large shoulders compared to the rest of their body. Like me, I have to wear, large shirts because my shoulders are really wide for my body type. I usually wear mediums, but sometimes like the medium, like the sleeves get too high up because of how wide my shoulders are.
Yeah, and like I guess
I can't change that. Like there's no like
that's genetics.
Doc, and that's what I'm saying.
And if they have a genetic problem, that's good. Like they do what they can, but I'm saying like the moral of the story is don't invest in a magic pill. If you want results, you have to put a little bit of work on it. It's like.
It's with everything. You can't expect everything to be handed to you. You gotta go.
If you waste like $500 on like a set of pills that promise that you're gonna lose weight, all they're doing is pretty much making you lose appetite. I guess you can do that with caffeine, with a cup of coffee. Boom, you lose appetite. Like, I don't know, that happens a lot, but just don't fucking buy shit and put random shit that you don't know what it is in your body without doing the research. Educate yourself and put a little bit of effort, at least like 10 to 15 minutes of exercise aside from walking. You like jog for like 5 minutes, boom, boom, boom. You fucking did more than sitting on the TV, I mean, sitting on the couch watching TV, and that's just like, be smart, go Trojans.
Let's do what's right.
That's an insider for South Houston, sorry. Soho. Oh, wait, is this their hand sign?
Yeah.
Like this. It's like this.
Yeah.
I know ours is loser for Laporte.
Man, this is my current.
We would do this, and we would da 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 da. We had our song. I was like, oh my god, this is so stupid.
It's so cool. Look. Okay, go on.
It's too early for Julio. He's
Dude, I'm fucking
He's
dead,
losing
dude.
his goddamn mind.
I just want to get this day over with, but I have a lot of shit to do, so I have to be patient and clear my schedule for tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow's a little bit better. A little bit chill, you know, chill. Chill. Yeah, we can wreck on people on Block and Load.
Oh my God.
Yesterday, fucking Carlos and Milton and I were stomping on noobs, dude. Like, they would come up, sneak up behind us, we like, bah, 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 and it'd be like blowing up their whole base.
What did you say? It's called Block and Load?
Yeah, like with an N.
Block and
Oh, okay.
Shit. JW smell good. Oh, he never replied. What a bitch.
Oh, okay. It's on Steam. I'll grab it right now. Let me see.
Shit's fun. I'm planning on playing it tomorrow. I don't know about today. Maybe if I can make some time.
Yeah, I think today what I'm gonna do is play a little bit of League, and then see how it goes from there.
Yeah, well, when I'm editing the video, I'm gonna like skip all the bullshit and pretty much cut to the point because people will probably get offended. Like, I don't know. Like, I find it like you can either A, get offended about anything anybody says, or B, just take it into like a good way. Does that make sense? Like, I was playing pool one time.
Mhm.
I think I told you this last time. And it was me, Waffles, and then we recruited this girl, like, you want to play Cutthroat? And he's like, yeah. And I was trying to take out Waffles because he's really good. Yeah, I think I said that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
And then
said
she
that
was
on
like,
the
why are you trying to take him out? Like, giving me, like, sass. I was like, why not? And like, is it because I'm a girl? I'm like, why does that have to do with anything? Like, I mean, he's really good. Like, are you not watching him, like, clean us out? Like, I'm trying to take him out. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like, why would that be offensive? Like,
Mhm.
just because I'm trying to take out the better opponent, that doesn't mean I'm calling you bad. I'm just like pointing out the obvious. That
Yeah. Well,
he's really good,
you're calling her, like, you're saying she's a lower skill level, but it's not because she's a girl. It's because she's just a
and
lower skill
it's
level.
not saying that it's anything bad or that her skill level's bad. Like, obviously, her
Yeah.
skill level's bad if she doesn't play League. I
yeah,
mean, she
you're
doesn't
just playing
play
the, you're
fucking
just playing the game.
yeah. And it's like, obviously, I'm gonna. And this is a new girl. We barely met her. Like, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna take you out because I want you to have fun, first of all. But I'm not gonna sit there and tell her like, okay, here's a pen, a pencil. This is why I'm taking him out instead of you. You know, I'm not gonna be all like, it's kind of common sense. Like, I'm trying to take him out because he's really fucking good, and he's trying to take me out because I'm a little bit dangerous, like, compared to her. Yeah, she can hit the ball and stuff, but we want her to have fun. We're not just gonna blank her and be like, huh, you get to sit down, scrub. All right, now it's time for the
Yeah.
real game. It's kind of like, no,
Yeah.
bitch, like, chill, like, take it into a good thing. Like, oh, he's trying to help me out because, you know, I'm barely learning the game. Instead of like, that's the A and B. You can take it the right way, the wrong way or the right way. Oh, he's trying to have my back because he wants me to have a good time. Or, hey, is it because I'm a girl and you're just trying to say that I suck? No, bro. Yeah, you kind of suck, but that's a given. You haven't played this game before, so you're obviously going to suck. But, you know, take it into a good kind of way. And I don't know. I just I forgot where I was going with
I feel like people get offended too easily now.
the internet, dude. Fucking parents. Who invited parents to Facebook? To the internet, dude.
It's
You're
not
right.
it's not an issue. Like it's okay. Here's my thing. If you get offended, you have the ability to walk away. Like
Just scroll over, like, welcome to the internet. People are assholes on purpose, you know? There, you froze on my screen, sorry. Or am I frozen? Can you see me? Oh, you're back. Alright, sorry.
yeah. No, like I was saying is you have the ability to like walk away, you know, like, hey, you know what? I didn't like that. I'm done. But so many people want to prove that they're right. They forget that, you know, sometimes you're not going to get through somebody. They're stubborn.
Exactly, yeah. You're like arguing with a donkey, which reminds me of my friend Angel, which reminds me of Family Guy.
Mm.
Like, you have scientific evidence, the abstract, the methods they use and everything. Boom, you're like, no, I'm right. You know, kind of thing. Like, and it's like, you're not gonna, that's the internet. People are not gonna give a fuck if you're right or wrong. It's just pride. No, I'm right because I know I'm right, kind of thing. And
Mm.
Yeah.
like, that's why when people like post something and I see like the public's kind of blowing it out of proportion, I'm like, well, let me clarify for this guy because obviously he didn't mean to offend anybody, but you're displaying that it really affected your
Yeah, I mean,
Hey.
no, I mean, there's times where you gotta go in and say, hey, that wasn't cool because X, Y, and Z. However, that doesn't necessarily mean stay there and argue until you feel like you've won.
Mm-hmm.
You
Just
know,
type down
yes.
cool story, bro. Period. That's gonna hurt more than an argument. Nobody's gonna read it. I don't read like paragraphs with 2 sentences, a status with 2 sentences. I don't read that. A whole sentence, I'm like maybe. If it's like 3 words, I'm like, what the fuck does that say? But if it's like a sentence, I'm like, dude, am I really gonna read this like on social media? Like,
Yeah, no,
So-
and it before, like, I don't have a problem. Like, I legitimately don't have a problem of having discussions with people. That's not an argument, a discussion. That means you're coming in, you're talking to me politely. I'm coming in and talking to you politely, and we're both trying to get to the bottom of not necessarily who's right and who's wrong, but understanding my side and your side. Those are discussions, okay? It's not an argument. And people fail to see that. They try to go into an argument acting like it's a discussion. It's not. You're legitimately arguing about something. Like, and an argument should only exist when there's a legitimate cause for it. You know, like for example, let's go back to the Muslim kid who took the bomb.
Throwing it back. Throwing it back.
No, no, no. But,
wait, what is?
no, but I'm not gonna go into it.
Okay,
All I'm
yeah,
saying
that's
is the discussion portion of it. It should be a discussion, not an argument.
Send back Saturday is what I'm gonna call it. Send back Saturday.
Send back
Send-
Saturdays.
I don't know. I can't come up.
So
It's-
you know, it should be the discussion port. It should be a discussion. Do you think it was a? Do you think he did it with criminal intent or not, and why? That's a discussion. Me and you are going to talk about it. I feel like no, because X and Y and Z, and you're going to say yes because of X, Y, and Z, and then we come together and talk about it. However, people are treating it like an argument. No, it's clearly a bomb. You know, and you see the difference in
And
that.
they start
is-
going into like insults. You
Exactly.
fucking idiot. It's obviously a bomb.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying is there's no need for an argument there.
Of Christ.
If you can find somebody to have a legitimate discussion with, without bringing your emotions into the table,
Exactly, dude. Yeah.
it shouldn't have blown up the way it did. No pun intended.
That's fucked up. No, I'm kidding.
It shouldn't have gotten all the hype it did. It should have been just a discussion between, you know, maybe a couple politicians and then maybe, you know, a newscast here and there. Now everyone's arguing about it. Well, I feel this because of this. And it doesn't even, half the time those arguments don't even pertain to what originally was the problem.
Exactly. Like, well, I mean, who cares what you feel? That's not the issue, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, and then you say that, I'm like, well, what are you saying about
Yeah,
my
what are you trying to
feelings?
say? Like,
You know,
that's
and
not-
that goes all the way out that
See,
way.
yeah, that's hard to
You calling me gay, man? You calling me gay?
Motherfucker. And that's hard to talk to people because they get butthurt quick. And like, that's
Yeah.
not what I like. There's
hard
like,
to-
I feel this. Like, well, who cares what you feel? Like, to be honest, who cares what you feel? Like, you're one person compared to the issue. You know,
Yeah.
put your fucking emotions aside. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, and that's what in the professional world, that's what they're gonna tell you. Who cares what you feel? You know,
Yeah,
fuck out. Like, oh, you're feeling something? Get the fuck out. Like, we don't need kind of like that. We need like logical people who come up with results and get the job done. Not like, oh, that's why. Oh, that I was reading articles on like how to clean up your Facebook because of employers. Like now they look through your shit. They say
Yeah.
pretty much remove any comments or any shared like, you know, articles pertaining to people being victims. For example, like legalize marijuana or like
Yeah.
like the issue of like the bomb thing clock, because they'll be like, oh well, he's gonna be something to deal with in the future if we hire him. He's gonna be feeling like the victim, like, oh, this is us, this is our rights, kind of thing. We don't need that. We need logical people who rationalize and see like beyond what other people say. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what costed this and that. And like,
But see, and I'm gonna have a discussion with you, not an argument.
This is why you're wrong.
I feel like personally,
you're not
businesses
supposed to
and
feel.
companies.
I'm kidding.
um, I feel like those people, employers, okay, employers should not have full access to seeing what's on your Facebook. Now, again, they could have partial access, but they shouldn't fire. Okay, so they shouldn't fire you for Facebook posts unless it's something like, you know, something that puts the company
Well,
at risk.
I'm not saying like fire you. I'm saying like if they're trying to hire someone, you know, you want to get to know that person. If they see like your certain behavior, like it's not law that you have to hire a person. They're gonna be like, well, I'm the CEO. You know, this is how I want my staff. This guy is showing some indication that he smokes marijuana or something. I don't want that. Like they can be whatever, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, because there's
and
one
be
thing.
like,
It's
well,
one thing to have like a background check. This is like a social background check. Like if you,
Yeah.
I kind of support when certain businesses are like, okay, yeah, we're gonna check our employees' Facebook before we hire them, because then you actually get to see all the stuff that they've been hiding from the resume, all the destructive behaviors, all the
Or just like their good
No,
social,
yeah.
like their good social interactions.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
dude,
that
have a
too.
wonderful day. Oh, dude, I like that. I want to work with that guy, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No, and that's fair. That's fair. I just personally think that at the same time though, like me, my Facebook is a lot of like satire. I have fun with it because it's a way for me to vent out to like what I'm frustrated with daily. I'll put something silly, I'll put up funny videos, you know, and I could have the chance of not being employed. Does that mean I'm a horrible worker? No. But again, it goes back to the same thing, is there has to be a way that you can go, like you would have to have somebody that who interviewed the person to do the social like background check. I would
Yeah.
feel more comfortable with that. Like if I walked in and I said, "Hey, you know, hi, how are you doing? I did my interview and I excelled in it." And then somebody else goes and looks at my Facebook and goes, "Well, this dude, all he does is like
well,
say the rudest things, but it's
Yeah.
not, you know."
no,
like,
I don't think it would go like. I would think if anything, they'll look at your resume first. I'm not saying it's bad and you should change it. I'm just saying like this is the common practice from like employers, not even employers, HR, human resources. They'll be like, okay, this is a resource, or this is their resume, or this is their email. Let's look them up on Facebook. If they see good things, they'll be like, well, let's give them a call for an interview, or let's give them a call to see their tone, how they react to our call. And it's just like that's their job, human resources. That's getting the
Yeah.
best of the best or qualified. I'll be like, all right, well, we like his attitude, or oh, well, there's some issues with his Facebook, but let's give him a chance. Let's get to know the guy, and then the interview comes into play. Like your Facebook could be completely disregarded in terms if they give you the chance with an interview,
right.
but at the same time, there's like a list of people, you know, trying to apply for the same job, and if they have a good, I guess, Facebook or whatever, and that also gives them the interview. Let's say they have a good Facebook but shitty interview. You have a alright Facebook with like some funny shit and kind of humorous thing, but they're like serious people. They're stuck up. They're like business people.
Yeah.
And you ace the fucking interview. They're gonna choose you because of your social skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like they're busy
No, I mean,
people and they're
yeah.
just like scamming through like next kind of thing. So that's why it just helps out. It's just nothing to be like, oh fuck, dude, my Facebook kind of shit. No, it's just like, well, it helps.
Yeah, no,
don't
I
put dumb
understand.
stuff on Facebook.
Don't put nudes and shit or like people.
No, and that's
naked.
what
I'll be like, the
that's what I'm saying. Like, with regards to like some of the girls that so a big thing was a teacher got fired because she was posting videos of her ass on Instagram. I can see where that's relatable to be fired.
Yeah.
Now again, it's different. It's different if like and I might be kind of going off topic, but I'm not trying
That's
to.
fine.
It would be different if she didn't show her face, she didn't have anything that would tie back to her being the teacher at a school, then it's perfectly okay because she's not putting the school at risk. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's where I feel like it should be okay to check the Facebook and the Instagrams and all that, because it goes back to the same thing. What if I take a selfie at work and I'm not supposed to display what's around work, you know, and then I post it up on Facebook or Instagram, and I can get fired for that because I'm putting my company at risk. I totally can see that. like me, I can't take a picture in my uniform. I can't take a picture of my badge. I can't take a picture of who I'm working with, and I can't take a picture of certain documents. That's my job.
Yeah.
So if I do that and I post it somewhere, that's it. Like, I don't have a
think
job anymore.
the
That
Facebook
makes
thing.
sense.
Wait. I think the Facebook thing would mostly be tied with like retail and like anything that has to do with well, he's representing us with the client. For like industry jobs, I think they would just look at your like like your social aspects of Facebook. Like, oh, well, he's interacting with people. He's nice to work with because it's industry. You're gonna be sitting down working with others, isn't that? Not so much with the client. With the client, if they see that you're kind of like, oh, my ride's this, our ride's this, you know, or oh, marijuana this, they're gonna be like, well, how are you gonna engage with the client? How are you gonna promote us? Our image.
Just they're like, so you smoke pot?
And that's gonna be like, what? Yeah,
No,
like
I understand.
Different things for different reasons.
You trying to smoke a blunt?
You trying to smoke a blunt? You
Like-
gonna buy the car or not?
If you're working like back room of Walmart, I don't think anyone cares if you like to drink on the weekends, you know, or like go to parties and stuff like that.
Right.
But if you're an elementary school teacher, I think then
Okay, no, see, that's what I'm saying is it has to be relatable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some, like,
yeah, there's got to be a
like
reason
with-
for why
yeah.
the employer is looking through your Facebook. Then,
so,
you know,
so moral of the story would be what, like
just
polish.
be careful because you never know who
Be
might be
careful with
looking at your
exactly.
at your stuff.
Like now, especially now, they're looking through everything. Like we don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah.
Your picture, they'll be like, oh, or like anything, dude. You're being
Yeah.
watched. Like
yeah, no,
don't
and
want to
I
not
get
be-
that. I get that. No, my thing, like I said, I wasn't trying to like push my view on it.
Yeah.
My thing is I'm trying to understand. Are y'all saying like with any interview, or is there like a legitimate like we need to figure like because I understand, you know, you're gonna work for like CPS, you can't have pictures of you like, you know, being, you know, like neglectful to your child or something. Like, you know, it has to make sense. I'm totally okay with that. Like you said, you know, we need to make sure this teacher's actually going to be a good person to work around these kids. That makes sense. That makes complete sense. You want to make sure that, you know, you're not going to put the kids at risk because that comes back on you. But if it, like you said, you know, if you're working at Walmart, you know, who really cares at that point?
I didn't say it like that, but okay.
No, but I'm saying about your Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
about your Facebook.
Like-
if there's a reason that they have to check your social media sites,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
has to be for a good reason. If you're working somewhere that, you know, at the end of the day you don't deal with like a certain discrepancy, then you should be okay. Like you said, like I mean, I may have phrased it a little wrong, but like you said, you know, if we're interviewing a school teacher, yeah, I agree with you. Check her social media accounts. Make sure she's not like prostituting on the side or something, because that comes back on the school.
Yeah.
yeah, I
But
would say like instead of
If you're gonna work like 9 to 5 as a server at a Applebee's or something, there's no real reason to check the Facebook. You know.
I would say if you're working, you're already employed. There's no reason. But if they're gonna hire you, they have any reason to because you're gonna be an asset possibly to their company. But if you're in the process of being hired, do whatever you want because it's your company. It's a big company. Human resources. That's their job. CEO says, all right, human resources. This is what I want in an individual. I want good social skills, like good to work with, good at the clients.
Right.
Anything else is extra. You guys know what you're doing. This is what you majored in. This is your area of expertise, you know?
Right.
Only professional people. That's all the CEO says. And then
Yeah.
he's just the head and the image. And human resources are going to be like, well, let's do this, ABC, like you say, or XYZ to see if he qualifies for a potential employee. But if you're hired, then yeah, they can leave their shit alone. Because, like, why would they
Right.
look for unless they're like in a state or where they have to lay off people. But like, you know, not so like long ago, the school issue, they had to lay off some teachers and shit. But if you're hired, like fuck it, like, you know,
I think unless and it goes back to what I said. There was a teacher that got fired for posting videos of her ass on Instagram.
Link. I'm just kidding. Fucking Google it.
One of her students followed her on Instagram, which was easy to do.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Whoa, like, holy shit, that's my teacher." And then word gets around, and that's what I'm saying is, when word gets around, like, you know, say we're at work, right? And like I hear that Milton's posting
Nudes.
inappropriate things on his Facebook, and we all work together. I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna be like, dude, can you believe that? That's kind of weird, right? Well, you, without thinking about it, say it to somebody else, and that person goes straight to HR.
Yeah.
And I can see where, you know what? Hey, you screwed up. Like, you shouldn't have done that. Is it your fault for spilling the beans? Kind of, but you don't really get in trouble for that. Like, you know,
your profile on private or something.
well, see,
like,
and that's what I'm saying is if there's a way that you can, because I have a teacher on Facebook as a friend. She didn't add me until I turned 18 and graduated out of high school.
exactly, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You get like all the friend requests from teachers and shit like that. Yeah, I feel you.
Mhm. Because of the fact that if they post something and it's mildly inappropriate, they're gone.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you know, now I see my teacher and she posts pictures of her and her kids. Occasionally she looks a little like, whoa, you know, like, damn.
Yeah, my homeroom teacher was like, "Oh, I'm going to U of H. Probably we could probably grab a beer." Like,
yeah.
yes.
See, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. And that's what I'm saying is, you know, if you were in high school still and she said that, she's gonna instantly get fired. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying is if there's a discrepancy, I totally understand that they have to go in and check your Facebook, your Instagram, and all of that. But if there's not, there really I feel like there shouldn't be a reason for them to like monitor you unless they have reasons of doubt, you know.
Yeah, Milton, were you gonna say something? You were like,
yeah. Speaking of teachers who left and all that, guess who came back to Soho?
Casca.
Alanis.
Really? Oh shit! You said Alanis. I was thinking Mr. Alanis.
Miss Alanis. Yeah, she left. Was it last year or the year before? And then she came back this year.
Damn, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hi. She was the only cool teacher that I really liked because she was strict. I don't think she remembers me. I'm like, "What's up, girl? What you doing?"
Nah, she'll probably remember you.
Probably. Come on.
I thoroughly enjoyed my teachers. I didn't have any really bad teachers. I did have one bad teacher, but he was just bad at teaching. And it was funny because he gave everyone A's. Like, we'd walk into class. He was a math teacher. We were learning Algebra 2 from him. And he was from a different country, somewhere in Africa. And his dialect was a little, you know, he had an accent and everything. But, okay, say for example, he'd put something up on the board and he was wrong. Like, you know, and teachers make mistakes. I'm not saying, you know.
Of course.
He would make a mistake and, you know, I'm really proficient in math. I'd be like, no, that's not right. You did that wrong. And he's like, no, it's correct. I have it on book. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, I tried, right? And so then whenever tests would come around, everyone would make the same grade, you know? And I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way who I know I should get 100 on this, got like a 90, and the kid who didn't study has been sleeping in class all day and, you know, has failed the class before. How is he getting a 90, you know? And it was weird, but we found out that he was just kind of like, he knew how to work the system in order for everyone to pass his class, and it would reflect well on him. So that entire semester of me being in that class, I really didn't learn anything. And it sucked because the only reason I didn't learn anything is because he was trying to keep his good average thing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I found out last year they fired him because he was cheating the system. But yeah, I mean, that's the only time I had a bad teacher was he legitimately just didn't teach us anything. But other than that, I mean, I've had strict teachers, I've had chilled teachers, but they've all been good. Like, I've never, I don't know, I guess.
I've had shit teachers, but with really good personalities and really good, like, they can be really good friends. Just shit teachers. This happens a lot. Fucking sucks. If you have a good teacher who's a good friend with good personality, that's fucking cherish that shit. That shit's not rare, but it's hard to come by.
Oh, wow.
What?
Roman gave me a game?
Oh shit.
He does that from time to time.
Tabletop Simulator. What is this? Alright, thank you. Shout out to Roman, thank you.
Yo, Roman. Oh shit, I forgot y'all were streaming. Hold on. Let me look.
That's really awesome. I'm totally down to play. And that's one thing I was gonna go back to is when I was doing a lot of streaming and stuff, I actually I had viewers and stuff. It was really cool.
Oh shit, there was people watching us all this time?
Yeah.
What the fuck? But over here spilling my heart and soul and shit, and they were looking. I'm kidding. Go on, sorry.
I want to see you spill more. Somebody's gonna type that, right, Milton? I want to see you spill more. No, I thought it was really cool. Is like I made a bunch of friends, and a lot of them I still play games with. One of them actually donated to my stream, and he donated $5 so that I would buy this game. And I bought the game and I played it like nonstop for like 2 days. I said 2 hours. It was like 2 days. Like, oh no, 2 hours of video games, you know. But yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I get a thrill from this, man. If I could do this for a living, I'd totally switch over and do this.
Yeah.
But I think this is a real cool thing. The way that this community interacts with one another. Yeah, we have our stigma of, you know, like a low 5% are like just trash talkers and don't care anything and just ruin games completely. But the other 95%, everyone's willing to help out. Like, and that's one thing. Like, I'm reading a book. It's called Ready Player One, and it's about. I'm going off topic a little bit, but it's about going into the future. They create a virtual reality visor that you put it on and you enter the world and stuff like that, kind of like that movie Gamer.
Mm-hmm.
But in that situation is there's a kid who doesn't have anything, and you have to make money in the game to proceed forward, and he doesn't have anything, and he's stuck. They also use the game as school. Like, you could put on the visor and go to school with it. So he has the visor and he's allowed to be in school with it, but he can't leave the little world that he's at because he doesn't have money to pay to go somewhere else. Well, he makes a friend there, and his friend's like, "Oh, dude, I got you. Let's go." And he'll go and take him. And that's what I'm getting at is in this community, people are like, "Oh, dude, you know," and some people are like really high level and they have all this badass gear, and you walk up to them and they're like, "Hey man, you need some help?" And boom, they throw you like a level 40 item that you weren't gonna get until like, you know, forever and a half ago. And
that's what I used to do in Mew. Just give them like sets, like random sets that I find like killing. Like, oh shit, someone would like that. Go to the very beginning, be like, "Hey, here you go," or give them like 1,000 gold.
Yeah,
like
you know,
millions. Be like,
yeah, and it doesn't bother you, and you see them like, I mean, you don't like right
oh my
now.
god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's crazy because in the real world, you don't go, "Oh, hey man, I'm pretty good. Like, here you go." Like, but in the gaming community, you know, you hand off like and you probably worked hours and hours to get that when you were at that point, and you see them and you go, "Here." And to me, that's like the coolest thing in this community is you might not have a lot, you know, but a lot of, like, if you play WoW, the level 80 guys, they're split. Like 85% of them are like die hard. We don't care about anything. We're trying to be the best. And then there's like 15%, you know, that are like, "Man, you know what? Here, have this, have that, this, and that." And they're so cool about it, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
And that's my thing is, if you're gonna be a gamer, you need to be that guy, the guy that doesn't mind helping another gamer out. And
yeah, after being with League and shit, like being toxic and trolly, or getting trolled and experiencing toxic language, like that started dictating the way I talk to people. And I would be like, "Are you gonna say something mean, like in person? You know, like, are you gonna say something mean, or are you calling me trash, kind of thing?" But yeah.
See, and I hate there's a video that's out there that I watched recently. I I love League of Legends but hate playing the game. I think that's
Yeah.
what it's called. And that video really hit me because I didn't realize it, but the game was the game was making me a worse person. You know, and we complete like I play ranked a lot, and I guess with ranked I kind of get like I get some leeway in what I say to some people, but in normals it's the same now. You get people like, oh my god, you're toxic, you're trash, you're 0-7, you should get better or stop playing the game, uninstall. Like,
It's like it's a fucking normal game, dude.
yeah, and
Carry me,
I'll-
fuck.
I like when after I watch that video, I stick up for these guys because I'm like, you know what? I didn't even realize this was an issue. Because when in ranked, like there's legitimate trolls that do this on purpose. They go in and feed and then leave the game, and you're working to like rank yourself up. You know, it's a competitive game. You're gonna get angry that somebody does that.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's okay to be toxic. I'm saying in certain situations I can understand why you're toxic. But when it's a normal and this dude flips out, like I'm like, nah, dude, chill. Like you're coming off way too strong.
Or in A
on a
where they're
game.
like fucking
in
"You feed it,
ARAMs.
Is this
In
the first time you played this
ARAMs.
champion? Yes, it is. It's ARAM.
Why am I playing ARAM? Like,
Yeah, like and these people are so angry that you lose. You're like, it takes the complete fun out of the game. Now
Yeah.
understand, and there's games like Call of Duty. You're not gonna win every match. You have to be able to be like, you know what? Hey, I did good. I like the gameplay. We did all right. Let's move forward. Let's get a new team and let's go. That should be the mentality, but it's not anymore. And that's my biggest problem with League is so many people are toxic that like I have to take a break from League. I do. Like if I play today, I'm not gonna play like for a while, you know, because it I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the guy that's on the other side of that, you know. But like right now, like I was gone a week, and now I'm like, man, I need to play some League. I haven't played League in a week, and it's like, that itch.
Yeah. Watching like yesterday, when we had like a full 5-man team and we were doing some dumb comps, but they still worked. Like I like doing that. Like I like having fun with friends, and even if we're not winning the match, so long as we're having fun, like just playing, I like that. Like Julio and I
Yeah,
were
and-
doing like Nautilus and Karma just because we both got Warden skins for it. And it barely worked, but like even the struggle of maintaining our lane, like it didn't bother me so much just because it was fun.
yeah.
And just being dumb to be like, oh, go ahead, ignite over ignite. Like I don't know, like I like having a good time with friends.
And just poke them.
And see, that's kind of the thing is I was trying to tell people is like we need to get back to that. We get back to the fact that we used to
Have fun.
Yeah.
we used to have fun.
Don't
Like,
worry so much about the outcome of the game, so much as the quality of the game.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
you can 5-man fucking camp a bush and destroy that one individual who just wanders there and lose a game. That shit, you got stomped and that was fun. You know, that's
Yeah.
more entertaining.
Worth
I
it.
I think the most fun I've had in one of these league matches is there was we did an all poison comp and
Oh.
Cassiopeia.
Casio.
Yeah,
Oh.
Cassiopeia used to have this thing that she could re-trigger her E as long as an enemy is poisoned, and it's the wonkiest looking team, I promise you, because it's Singe top, Cass mid, Teemo and Twitch bot lane, and then you got who did we use? I don't remember who we used as a jungler. Don't ask, but
Who'd use the
like it was a wonky team. Like level 1 through 10 sucked. It was horrible. We were losing really, really bad. And then as soon as Cassiopeia had her death cap and Rileys, like the whole game turned around, and we were like, it was crazy. It was so much fun because I was playing Teemo. I'd walk in and queue somebody and just run out of the team fight, and Cass would just keep tapping her E, and they would just blow up. And then when my queue reset, walk back into the team fight, hit somebody else, and walk back out. And that was it.
That shit's fun. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're looking for in a game. Having fun, dude.
And it's not like that anymore. Like everyone's like, okay, you gotta pick, you know, the top carries right now that are in Worlds. You gotta play da 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 da, or you suck. Like. What? Like, come on, let me do something different.
Yeah, now if it's in ranked, of course you're gonna get fucking reported. But if it's normal, you know,
right,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta differentiate that. Ranked, you're gonna go try hard mode. That's where the try hard should be. If you have a legitimate problem with somebody doing something goofy and wacky, go play ranked.
Yeah.
And again, in ranked, if you do something goofy and wacky, go play normals, please. Like there has to be that boundary where you can kind of like move your way through, but League hasn't implemented that boundary, and that's the problem. Is League doesn't have a way to implement that boundary.
In normals, it's come to our attention. You've been tryharding. You can't play normals for like 2 days. Go to the rank.
Well,
that'd be fucking stupid. But
no, not like that.
Like there's no way for like unless you have someone monitoring the games. There's no way of doing that. But that's what reporting is for. Like you report someone for being toxic or whatever, and then they go and they'll look at the messages and see whether or not it's appropriate.
Like, and here's my situation. I feel like if 4 people out of the same team report one person on that team for the same thing, Riot needs to go in there and check what happened that game. Because, and Riot, it's not like Riot doesn't have the money to do that. You know, Riot's a fucking billionaire type company now. They have the money to pay somebody to legitimately just go through a game and watch to see what this person did. Because right now, there's a flaw in the system. And I've seen it. Because you'll be playing ranked, and some dude will purposely feed. Like, you see him walk up to the team and die. And he'll be like, sorry guys, I'm learning how to play the game. And he doesn't say anything bad, and yet you report him for being toxic, and it doesn't go through. Because the first thing that they go through and see is the chat logs. And if he's being polite and honest and stuff, and you can tell he's trolling, Riot doesn't do anything. And these people get away with it now. Like, the trolls are going to find a way to keep trolling, and that's the problem.
I don't see that. I don't buy that. Because it's like you're level 30 playing ranked and you're giving away kills. You can report someone for feeding. And if they say, I'm new to the game and you're level 30, that's obviously a lie.
Right, but no, I'm saying, like, there's a...
I'm new to the champ, in other words.
Right, there's
that
a...
doesn't mean you can feed, like, on purpose.
Yeah.
Fucking go to their Nexus. The fuck, eh?
There's a, I think it's, if I remember correctly, there's not an actual tab for toxic or trolling. You have to actually find inside those categories.
Yeah, it's like abusive language or something like that. Or harassment, verbal harassment.
There's intentionally feeding on there.
Yeah. There's even unskilled. Like, unskilled is also a reportable offense.
Unskilled is a reportable offense, but it's not looked at as much as it needs to be, especially on ranked. Not saying that, like, you know, I'm not saying, like, you went 0-7 one game, you're unskilled, I'm reporting you. And it's kind of one of those things. It's a real big discrepancy. How are you going to report somebody for unskilled? Maybe they just had a bad matchup. Like, League can't really... I don't think that should be in there.
I think what it does is it changes their pairing. You know what I mean? Like you have like it's like the algorithms are set to where you're going to be paired up with people that are similar skill level. More times that someone gets reported as a lower skilled player, it changes the algorithms for their account to where they get paired up with people that are also lower skill leveled.
Yeah.
Over time, it evens it out, but immediately it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see what you mean by that, though.
No, but I mean, there's actually, like, there's not really a way, like,
guaranteed, though, you probably won't run into the same troll twice in a row, though.
I actually have.
Well,
I have. It's incredible how that happens.
Or like the 5-man top kind of thing.
Oh man, this 5-man ADC top push for inhib in like 6 minutes.
So, while that's not an issue because we were playing normals, in ranked, I've literally clocked in with the same dude 3 times. The first time he was on my team and he intentionally fed, and then the last 2 times he was on the enemy team and he intentionally fed us. Did I still report him? Yes. However, the issue is now with people being so toxic, if they're on the enemy team and they intentionally feed, they don't report it in because they want to draft that person back in so that they get another victory. You see what I'm saying? And that's a huge problem. Is
Oh shit! All right, guys, we'll have to wrap it up because I'm about to go eat before I start my day. Pray for me, please.
I will pray for you, Julio.
Oh, you can't hear that shit? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you see my mouth?
Yeah.
Kind of. You're being a little weird.
I'm hungry. Fuck.
I'm a gamer boy.
I'm a gamer boy. Watch me like.
I'm a real streamer. Like nibbles on microphone.
Watch me fucking talk.
Have something like.
Whoa! Oh, whoa,
Like-
bro.
You know, biting the laptop.
Nah, that shit too nasty. Fucking my dude. Alright, guys, we gotta talk about anything else? I want to say I'm
I guess we don't really have anyone to really give a giveaway out to this week, especially since like Worlds is like taking up everything. Anyone who would have been watching anything League of Legends related is watching Worlds right now.
You're right.
Yeah, they're
I'll
watching.
put that while I do fucking homework.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Well, I guess I'll talk to you next week, or not next week, but for this thing next week.
Yeah, we can pick back up and we'll discuss times and stuff better
Yeah,
for
let me know
next week.
about the time so I can like prepare ahead.
All right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Laters.
Bye, Julio.